Hey folks, back on the road. I am wanting to talk to y'all today about one is I follow a guy on YouTube called Cash is King, and he's an owner operator that is I like the way he delivers his message. He's down to earth, straightforward, tells it straight like it is, and he's been giving a lot of information that is making me think I might want to look into leasing. So we'll see about that. And the other thing I want to talk to you about is for truckers coming out here on the road, it's how important it is to have friends that you can talk to. So stay tuned. We'll talk to you. Hey folks, I'm checking back in. I'm back on the road after 4 days off. Felt good to get out of the truck. Feels good to get back in the truck. I left out Tuesday and picked up a load in Atlanta. Head up to roughly Suffolk, Virginia, and then from there I got a load. I'm headed up to north of Albany at a Target, Wilton, New York. So the one thing I wanted to share with you guys today is I'm on my 30-minute break. I've been driving since 3 o'clock this morning. I love driving in the morning. I just do. I don't know why. I've always liked working at night. It's a different atmosphere, different environment. Traffic typically is better for trucking. So one of the things I wanted to talk about today was how important it is if you're a truck driver, if you're seasoned, you know this to be true. But if you're new coming in, one of the things that's really important is to have a network of a few fellow truck drivers that you can contact. It's good to have a couple new guys that's going through the same thing that you're going through, but it's also really good to have a couple guys that are seasoned. And I ran into an ATS, one of the companies, the company I work for, one of the drivers I ran into. He was a really nice guy. I met him at the fuel island, and it's so funny when they start talking to you, they're real friendly. You first go, why is this guy being so friendly? And then you realize, oh, okay, he's working for the same company. Because we don't always wear ATS uniform. So if he wasn't standing by the truck, I would have probably questioned why he was being so nice to me. But it's terrible to say that. But anyway, so I realized, okay, well, he's with ATS also. Well, he's also with the lease, on the lease side. So I started talking to him about that and started to gain some information. I'm in the discovery phase. I'm potentially looking at maybe January going on the lease side. I've got a lot of research to do because, you know, there's a reason why not everybody does it. So one of the things I want to research is what percentage of people don't complete a lease and why. And you know, it is kind of like running your own little business. So you do have to have your faculties about yourself and make sure that you put your money away and for taxes and stuff like that. So there is some responsibility in it. But at the end of the day, if you're going to make an additional $10,000 to $15,000 a year, maybe $20,000 a year, it's definitely worth looking into, don't you think? So, this guy's from, I think he said Maryland, and I was actually routing up from Virginia up to New York, and there's many ways that you can go. The most direct way is not the way I like to go, which is up to DC, Baltimore, close to New York City, and then up, and there's just traffic, and it's just, then I looked at the alternative routes, and you really need to know exactly. So I happened to ask him, and he gave me a good route, and that helped because there was an accident on 95, so by rerouting I kind of avoided all that. So it all worked out to my benefit. I'm going to be a little bit late to where I'm going, but I might have been really late if I'd stayed on that route. So that's really helpful because I don't know the roads like some of these seasoned truckers do. And I mean, this guy, he just texted me the route. He even gave me the exit number. I don't know. I don't think I'll ever be able to give anybody an exit number. My brother Steve was like that. He knew exit numbers, and I only knew the roads. But there's just, that's neat. So that's a big help. The reason you want to have a network of experienced and inexperienced is you want to find one or two people that you can contact, because, and this is probably just like in life, but in trucking, there are some obvious, you can just about count on inconveniences that are going to happen on a daily basis. Could be traffic, could be construction, could be an accident on the road, could be weather, it could be maybe the route you're on, the GPS, the truck's got problems, the trailer has problems, the customer's address is wrong, or it's just every day. And I'll tell you what too is, when a driver needs the most support, I think, is when they're sitting and they don't want to be sitting, and they're not where they want to be when they're sitting waiting for a load. And the economy's moving in the right direction, but it's not there fully. And we were, the trucking industry was coming off of I'll call it a recession. I don't know if it was actually a recession, but it was a slow freight. So there was some sitting going on. And when you sit, things will begin to bother you that wouldn't normally bother you too much. And so if you don't have somebody to talk to and vent to, let me tell you, your mind starts going, and you could talk yourself right into that path of just walking right out of this truck and being done with it. And I'm sure a lot of people do that. I know I've had my share of it, and I've been fortunate enough to talk. Some of you guys have become good friends, and my subscribers. And if you're not subscribed by now, if you're checking this out, I'm just a new driver. Been doing it for a couple of years, almost 2 years, and I'm just sharing my experiences on the road day to day. I got a couple good video shots. I'm playing around with my camera too. I'll show you. I was connecting to the trailer, so I got it from the fifth wheel view, and I was able to set my camera out on a pallet when I was backing up. I had to slide the tandem, so I love sliding the tandems. I don't like to do it. It's a hassle to do it, to be honest with you, but it's pretty cool. So having the ability to talk through some of the frustrations you're going through really helps a lot. It's therapy. You can almost hear yourself. There's complaining, which I don't recommend because that's just whining. And there's venting. And venting is just getting it off your chest. I'll talk to my wife a lot, and I'll explain what's going on in my day, and I'll tell her, I'm not complaining. I'm just kind of like venting, letting you know I'm not upset at you. I'm just saying this is what happened, and she's very understandable. She's a good listener. She's a lot better listener than I am. Might be a guy thing. I don't know. But anyway, I think that's really important. So if you're new and you're going through class, try to connect with one or two people. When I was at night, I connected with about three other people. Two of them we've stayed really close to, and early on in the first 6 months, we use Marco Polo. It's an app. It's a great app. Marco Polo is a fantastic app for the truckers because it's kind of like you can leave a video voicemail, and then whoever you send it to, like family or your friends, they can pick it up and listen to it whenever you want. Because we're driving, our schedules flip-flop all the time. My wife's always like, well, I never know when to call you. And I'm like, well, That's by design. No, it's not. But I said, well, that's why we use Marco Polo. She doesn't use it too much, but we usually FaceTime at least once a day. I mean, FaceTime's good if you're both available, but a lot of times you're not, or you may not be able to. So it's a great way to keep up. I keep up with my parents that way. I keep up with some of my brothers that way, and every once in a while my sister when she gets on. And but more importantly, I keep up with the drivers. And early on, when we were going through just a whole bunch of situations that we were brand new to in the first 6 months, we used Marco Polo a lot to help each other through it, and it helped a lot. I think it really helped a lot, because once you go solo and you're on your own, it's great because you're not in the truck with the trainer, you're on your own, but you're also on your own. And you really can't rely on your dispatch to help you through the trucker side of it. You know, their job is to get you dispatched and help you with more administrative type things. Not really, you know, understanding the 8-2 split, knowing what a good truck stop would be. Like, they don't probably know about the trucker path, which I use religiously. So I really encourage you to reach out, make some friends. And if you don't have any and you're already out on the road, when you go to a truck stop, if you happen to strike up a conversation, even if he's not with the same company you are, it's good to have one or two with the company you're at, though, because they understand. I got 3 or 4 names of people from the company I'm with that I met on the road at truck stops that would help me understand, you know, the way ATS does it. And like this one gentleman, there's lots of different leases out there. So to understand your company's lease is definitely going to be more important if you're looking into possibly your company's lease. And then just knowing other truck drivers out there. I've got a few from the channel that I am in touch with and I'm in friends with. And I'll like, you know, Johnny Outlaw, I'll call him if I'm going somewhere I don't know where to go, or even my old trainer. These guys have been around for 20, 30 years, and they know. I mean, they know. It's amazing. Their backyard, you know, you picture your backyard, you know what it's like, you know, all the ins and outs of the backyard. Well, their backyard is the United States. And it's amazing to me that these guys out here know it as well as they know it. Like I was telling the ATS guy I was going to go up. He goes, "Where are you going?" And I just said Albany because I figured that's a familiar. And then he said Target, which is like 35 miles north of Albany. And I said, "Yeah." And I thought, well, you know, this guy knows, you know, because they all know the lanes and they know what's going on in what different state. It's amazing. I'm always impressed with that. But I think that's because I get lost a lot. So anyway, just wanted to share that. I got a good friend of mine through the channel, Rick. He is he's finally back in the funnel. He's got an interesting story. I might have to do a video just on him all separately, but he was stuck in the funnel, which the funnel, as you know, is, you know, you go get your CDL, then you go through training, and then you go solo. Well, he was stuck in the part of training, ended up getting out of that company, and COVID came up. 3 months later, he finally gets on with another company. He's going through orientation now. And he and I were talking last night, Rick and I were talking last night, talking about how helpful it is for, you know, our conversations. And I was very happy to, being as new as I am, to be of help to him. But it was more of the topic of helping each other process, because it was very frustrating what he went through. And just being able to listen to what he's gone through and encourage, it's what you need. I mean, there's a lot of good truckers out here. There really are. If you get a chance to meet them, you'll know. There really are a lot of good truckers. And if you ask for help, you'll get it. Truckers will support truckers. It's just we're all busy. We're all trying to go. But when it comes right down to it, I'll bet if I walked out right now and asked somebody to help me, they would be willing to help me if they could, if their hours allowed them to take a few minutes to help me. So with that, we'll talk to you soon. Heading to New York. Be careful. Stay good.
to rise above it. It might be hard, but grit your teeth and go